Hello friends, this is Umesh. Welcome to my channel Education for All. Today we'll study about interesting chapter in class 6 of NCERT books, that is types of plants. Students, you must have seen different varieties of plants around you on the way to school, in your school garden. Sometimes you go to different gardens, different parks in your locality. You must have seen there are some plants which are very small, that is small patches on the grounds, and some plants are medium size like your height, and some plants are so big, right? So today in this chapter we'll discuss about different varieties of plants. Based on different characteristics, plants are classified into 5 types, that is herbs, shrubs, trees, climbers, and creepers. These are the 5 types. Let us discuss one by one. Herbs. Students, let us see a real plant. You must have seen these plants, right? This is grass plants. If you toss the stem of these plants, the stems are so soft, right? If you toss these plants, the stems are so soft, means stems are tender. Tender means soft, and generally the stems are green in color, right? The stems are green in color, and these plants are very small. So if someone will ask you what is the definition of herbs, herbs are the plants which have tender and green stems, right? These plants are not so big, very small, that is small patches on the grounds. You can see the plants on my hand, right? They're so small, not so big, right? So the plants which are tender, tender means soft, tender and green stems are known as herbs, right? This is a herb plants. You can take other examples, that is grass, rice, spinach, right? We use in our daily life spinach, coriander is also a herb. In our daily life we use for cooking curry, and especially in salad, right? We use coriander. So these are the herbs: coriander, carrot, right? We use in our daily life. So these are the herbs, right? Then comes to shrubs. Next one is shrubs. Let us see a plant. Let us see a plant. This plant you see. Generally, this plant we worship as Brindavati, and every day we pour water on the roots of these plants, right? And especially the leaves of the plants is so important that we cannot offer any food to the Supreme Lord without the leaf of these plants, right? So this plant is tulsi, that is holy basil. If you touch the stems of the plants, the stems are not so thick, right? Thin, and the stems are not soft like the herbs. The stems are hard, right? Stems are hard, and generally these plants make branches on the base, right? You can see many branches from the base, right? So we can write the definition of a shrubs is that plants which has hard and thick stem and bushy, right? Make branches on the base, make branches from the base, right? You can take a number of examples. There are countless plants in your surroundings. China rose, right? China rose, right? Marigold. These are the plants that is called shrubs. These plants are hard and thick stem and bushy, make branches from the base, right? So then comes to trees. Next one is trees. Let us show you a picture of tree. You can see this picture, right? You see the stems are so thick and so hard, right? The stems are so hard, and this type of plants make branches above the ground, and these plants have many branches, and these plants are make branches above the ground, right? It is teak tree, and specifically these plants we use for domestic purposes. The trunk of these plants, that is stem, is so hard, so we use for making furnitures, windows, doors, and many things, right? So plants which have a hard and thick stem with many branches, with many branches many branches above the ground, above the ground, right? I hope you must have seen this type of plants in your surroundings, that is mango, banyan, and these plants also live long. If you consider about banyan tree live maybe 150 years, more than that, not less than that, right? So longevity of lifespan, or longevity life cycle of this plant is so long, right? Jackfruit, right? Deodar, teak, sal, right? These are the trees, right? Then comes to climbers, climbers, right? From the name we can say that climbers means those plants which climb off, means that cannot, that plants cannot grow on the ground, right? Climb off, right? So there are certain plants, their stems are so soft, right? Weak, soft and weak, and these plants always upright. So these plants take the help of others, like the wall, other plants, any sticks. And these plants have special features is that these plants have tendrils, right? These plants use these tendrils with the sticks and bind his body, right? So climbers have weak stems, and cannot stand upright, and cannot stand upright. They take the help of, they take the help of wall, stick, or other plants, right? In your home you must have seen money plant, right? It is a climber. Beetle plant, beetle plant, right? These plants have weak stems, right? So these are the climbers, right? Then comes to creepers. Then comes to creepers. From the name we can say that creeper means those plants which creep, means crawl, right? There are certain plants, they cannot stand upright, they crawl on the ground because of their heavy fruits, right? Those plants which crawl on the ground, plants which crawl or creep on the ground, creep on the ground because of what? Heavy fruits. I want to show you a plant you must have seen in your home. It is pumpkin plant. You see, it is pumpkin, right? These plants have heavy fruits, big fruits, right? Like pumpkin, we can say cucumber, right? Watermelon. These are the plants which creeps on the ground. They cannot stand upright because of their heavy fruits, and this plant's stem is also weak, right? stem is also weak. Plants which crawl or creep on the ground, that plants are known as creepers, right? So this is all about types of plants, right? Hope you understand. Let us discuss some questions. That is, what type of plant is touch me not? Herb, shrub, trees, or creepers, right? So, touch me not plant is not so much big plants. So these plants are herb, which is an example of shrub: spinach, mango, tomato, and lemon. Right? Which one is a shrub? Shrub is tomato is a shrub. It is not a herb. Right? Whether the following statement are true or false. Climbers crawl on the ground. It is false because climbers does not crawl. Climbers don't crawl on the ground. Creepers. Creepers are weak stem and cannot stand upright. Creepers have weak stems and cannot stand upright. So this is all about types of plants. Thank you. Hope you understand.